I've been asked to read a couple things. First I'm going to read is from Bob Zickow. He says, "Good morning to all. Today we all gather to mourn the loss of Benjamin Earl Clark. But we also gather to celebrate the life that Ben allowed us to share with him by being our son, brother, nephew, cousin, but most of all, our friend. To mourn such a tragedy is only instinctively human. For many years I saw Ben struggle with school, which I helped when asked, but trying to teach an old dog new school, well, we both laughed at that. His other struggles with friends, work, and family were pretty much the same as all of us deal with every day. For Ben, it was not an easy task to face daily. He took it very personally. When Ben was eligible to be on work release, I hired him, knowing that a challenge was in sight for me. Well, I was right. But it also was the experience of a lifetime. If asked, I would do it again, no question. Ben was very shy, soft-spoken, seldom talked, and never late and always early. Once I figured out the clues that Ben was telling me, we hit it off. For instance, a puzzled look on his face, but no question. As Ben grew older and more confident in himself, I saw a change in him. He was becoming a young man, becoming a man who also gave him the desire to learn on his own. When Ben approached me to teach him how to shoot, I had second thoughts, discussed it with Fred, and agreed to assist. Many afternoons we sat on the lower rear porch, taking aim at targets with a Mountain Dew and a Pepsi. Even after Ben moved on, he kept in touch with me and would stop by when he saw me outside. At times it was just to say hello, and then it would be an hour or 2 hours. But each time it was always smiles and laughter. Ben affected me like a son-father relationship, and that feeling will strive in my soul forever and ever until we meet again in paradise. All of us here today need to let go of the circumstances that brought us here and open our hearts to each other and love each other as we love ourselves. For this day, Ben's face will shine upon us. His smile will give us peace, and the remembrance of him will comfort us all. There were days when all of us carried Ben, and there were days when Ben carried us. Now the day has come for Ben to be carried by Jesus. We all have days like that, I know I do. A special psalm I think is appropriate for this day. Psalm 123 is a favorite of mine as we reflect on it daily. Unto thee I lift up mine eyes, O thou that dwellest in the heavens. Behold, as the eyes of the servants look upon the hand of their masters, and the eyes of the maiden unto the hand of her mistress, so our eyes wait upon the Lord our God, until that he has mercy upon us. Have mercy upon us, O Lord, have mercy upon us, for we are exceedingly filled with contempt. Our soul is exceedingly filled with the scorn of those that are at ease and with the contempt of the proud. Some thoughts from Bob Zickow. Now, Lynette has asked me to read something. I can remember the day Ben was born so vividly. Tosh and I slept on the floor by the telephone waiting for news. When we finally heard, no prouder aunts could be found. Speaking as an aunt myself, I know what you mean. As a little guy, Ben had this amazing laugh. He was a giggle that came from his toes and shook his whole body. He loved his trains, and I can still picture him lining them up, all with his little tongue sticking out, the way it did when he was concentrating. Ben loved to play with Legos and would play with my feet, yes, my feet, and make me stack them on the Lego tower for what seemed like hours. I would do whatever he wanted. Playing baseball in the backyard was another favorite, but poor Grandma Alice suffered the consequence one day and got broken glasses and stitches to prove it. Grandma would have played again, if we would have allowed it. I remember how Ben used to call Tasha Aunt Truck, and that name stuck with her even to this day. I used to have a VHS tape of Garth Brooks smashing a guitar, and Ben loved the boom part, as he called it. We watched that tape over and over and over. One summer, Ben and Freddie caught lightning bugs during the fireworks and put them in Grandpa's socks. I can still hear their laughter and see the grin in Earl's face. I can too. Our Ben was afraid he'd get sucked down the drain when the water went out, but he enjoyed a good tub of full bubbles. And when little Freddie was old enough to play along, they were even known to eat suckers while in the tub. Ben was a great cousin and friend. The friends he made during his life meant the world to him. Ben would do anything for anyone, especially his friends and his family. Ben loved with all of his heart. He would do just about anything his little cousins wanted. He didn't care if he ended up black and blue or the bottom of a monkey pile. Our family will never be the same. Our hearts are shattered. But to honor Ben, we will go on and be the best that we can be to make him proud. We can help other young people by reaching out to them and making sure that they know someone cares. Ben would want that. He had such a big heart. We will all stick together and comfort one another the way he'd want. We can be thankful for the 22 years that we were blessed to have you. We know you are at peace in the arms of your beloved grandparents and will be waiting for us with that goofy grin on your face when God calls us home. One of my favorite songs says, I will see you again. This is not where it ends. I'll come with you. So this is true, so true, Ben, even though our hearts are breaking. Together we'll make it through. I will not say goodbye, Ben, rather I'll say, see you later. Until we meet again, Benny boy, rest in peace, buddy. Love you forever and always.
Pretty tough acts to follow, guys. Put things into words that I'm thinking, not able to say. I did write a little something, and it's for Ben. I wanted to say something for Ben. I don't need that damn thing. I wanted to say something for Ben, but I wasn't sure what to say because no words can express the way any of us feel. I'd like to talk about all that is wonderful about Ben, but there's not enough time in forever for that. But instead, I want to tell you to give an extra thought to things that you might overlook when it comes to others, or in some cases, consider overlooking what you might feel their faults or weaknesses. And I'm just saying, a lot of people do that with me every day, and I'm glad. We all hurt more than words can describe. We all love Ben and will miss him. However, his pain is gone. He's with God, his beloved grandparents, and friends who have welcomed him with open arms and unimaginable love and happiness. I am somewhat envious of that. So I ask you to do something for Ben and our family. Hug your children each and every day, no matter how old or big they are. If they're not close by, then call them just to tell them that they are loved. Thank you all for your support.